I know that I shouldn't be comparing my life with others, but one thing I know, that I've been through a lot more in 30 years than many others my age. This list would include all the 6 types of abuse, growing up with 7 siblings in poor conditions. For example, we only had Christmas presents when we received shoeboxes, family violence, and I could carry on with the list. And 2 years ago, I ended up being on crutches and developed a chronic knee pain. After this, 3 months ago, an MRI confirmed a pituitary tumor in my head, and there have been a lot of things going on with my health. So all of us struggle with something, all of us feel pain, so I just want to help you and share my experience on how to deal with suffering in this broken world. We are all very different to each other, so I'm not saying these suggestions are going to work for everyone, but I just want to help you and I hope this will be helpful for you. So have a look up there, there is a big clock. This is about time. So when you look around you, everyone is doing something. Everyone has to go to work, has to study, lots of things going on all the time. Apparently, being busy is the way to go. But I just want to challenge ourselves a little bit, and actually we need to admit to ourselves when we can't do all of those things, and it's okay. We have to give credit to ourselves when we're able to put our clothes on, when we can make a little cup of tea for ourselves, when we can make dinner, when we go for a little walk for 5 minutes. I think it matters when we actually just say, you know what, I have achieved something today. It might be something little, but I have done something. So give yourself credit for that. Sometimes people can use the labels that doctors have given them as an excuse for not even trying to carry on, and they end up being in a vicious cycle where everything becomes about their condition. I found that a lot of our illnesses can have psychological relevance, and often we might feel more in pain if all we do is think about the illness and the pain. Part of the healing process comes down to our thoughts and mind, and not letting the suffering and the pain take us down, but winning the fight of our mind and standing tall every day and continuing the battle. It is hard to keep sharing how we are with other people when all you can say is, actually, things are really rubbish right now and I'm not feeling great. So in the last few months, my hormones have been completely messed up. It means that sometimes I just cry for no reason, sometimes I will laugh for no reason, and yeah, I can't control my emotions, and it's just been really, really hard because all I want to do is want to make people smile, and then I start crying like, it's really not working out. So yeah, but I think we need to realize that actually there are lots of people around us who want to be there for us, who want to support us, but they don't know how. So we need to really spell it out to them. We need to be honest with them. We need to tell them how we really are. And we also need to realize that we live in a broken world, so everyone is going through something, everyone is struggling with something. And if we share how we really are, then maybe you're giving them an opportunity to share how they are. So we are creating a new community where we are able to be honest with each other and not stay silent. I think it is such a big important part of the healing process for many of us. And part of it is as well that sometimes we need to recognize that some friendships will change because of suffering, but those people who matter, they will stay in your life and they just want to be there for you more. They want to support you. So be honest with them and your relationship will be even better through it all. Reading the Bible and some of the Psalms show me that I'm not alone in being frustrated or even angry with my situation. I think it's quite normal to feel empty when everything around you seems to just want to take you down. I've often felt quite distant from God at these times, but I still felt a peace that I could not explain any other way, and somehow I could still feel that people were praying for me. Jesus can take your frustrations. He has suffered a lot more, and even through the brokenness of the world, He is my peace in the storm. So I just want to encourage you to keep putting your faith and trust in Him. He will bring you through. There have been various occasions where some of my main breakthroughs were through prophecies and others praying for me, such as once someone who didn't know me prayed and apologized in the name of man. Without humbling myself and without God in my life, certainly, I'm not sure where I would be today. I just want to share one of my favorite stories with you today, the story of Pollyanna. So Pollyanna was she lived in poverty, and one day her father gave her a crutch for Christmas because there was nothing else. And she was very upset by that, but her father taught her a new game, which is called the game of life, where she needs to find something positive in everything. So she said, oh, okay, so this is a crutch, I don't need to use it, so that is positive. And she became an orphan, and she went to live in a town with her moody aunt. And she managed to transform the whole town with her little game of looking for positivity even in negative circumstances. And I think we need to take an example, we need to take that as an example for ourselves. When we are feeling really like we just feel that everything is against us, we just feel in pain, the negativity can really take us down. It can take control of our minds and bodies and just makes things even worse. So we need to remember that actually there are positive things in our lives. We have food on our table, we have roof over our heads, which is not true for lots of people in this world. And lots of other things. When we look around us, there is so much beauty in the world. There is, just sitting down with a cup of tea can make us smile. So I just want to encourage you to think about what makes you smile and make sure that when you're feeling down, you do those things. All of us are different and have different strengths and weaknesses. I work for many Chinese companies and they have very strict rules for illnesses. If you break them, you're pretty much out. For example, if you're not able to provide a doctor's note within a day or so, you will very likely be facing penalties. If you have a cold or have lost your voice, you wouldn't normally be going to the doctor, as you know that you just need a few days rest. But teachers choose to teach through it as they don't want to lose their job. I've even had to do that once, and it was not fun. This means that the students aren't getting the best out of the lesson, so it's not only a nuisance for you, but also for the students. Working with Chinese companies, I've learned that China is very strict in general when it comes to illnesses and the reliability of their employees. Everything is all about education and work, and being able to complete your tasks. I have even had to teach a child, well, actually more than one, who were on the way to the hospital, as they did not want to miss a class. On the other side of the world, where we live, in my experience, some of us can start to feel sorry for ourselves and reach for the painkillers just with a little cough, headache, or because we feel anxious or sad about something. I don't think either of these approaches are very helpful, and I think we could actually learn from one another, to know when we can give our bodies the permission to really stop, but also to know when we should be pushing a bit harder. So suffering can be a learning opportunity for us. We can learn a lot of things through pain. We can learn lots of different character traits that we might never learn otherwise. For example, we will learn to become patient, we will learn perseverance, we will learn not to give up, we will learn to empathize with people, and I could probably carry on with a long list of things that we can learn when we're going through pain and suffering. So, I suggest that we look at the bright side of life, and we can have fun, we can have enjoyment, and we can have fulfillment in life, even when things are tough, even when things aren't going right.